This is my pick and place project. I'll be going over a couple things, the startup guide of how to get everything running at the beginning, and also the HMI walkthrough so you know how to run everything on that. There are a few flaws I got wrote down here. I got the claw itself. It's a metal claw and it's kind of hard to grab onto a round object perfectly every time, so something better could be made to kind of form around that object. As you'll see in the video, it picks it up and it kind of tilts to the side every now and then. Very rare, but it does happen. The HMI could also be put in a better place. Could have a bracket mounted down lower so it's easier to access and operate. And also the push solenoid at the top of the conveyor doesn't always consistently push the ring down, as you'll see later on in the video. Sometimes it gets jammed up in there, so something could be done to make that more consistent.
Alright, so I'm going to go over a quick little startup guide first for starting my project up. First, you want to turn your robot on. This will be sideways and twist it up so it turns on. Make sure e-stops aren't on. This has to be in auto mode if you want to run it in auto. If you want to teach it something or program anything, flip it over to this teach mode. Next, we come over to this teach pendant. You're going to start off by selecting the program by just clicking select. My programs are these three: pick and place. This one right here, it has the title right here, pick and place main. So that's my main program that calls these other two up here, pick and place 1 and 2. So you'll just press this enter button, select main, and then everything should already be ready to go. Make sure your e-stops aren't pressed, and also make sure this is another teach, so have it in the off position. That way it's in automatic mode. And then when you're ready, once again, make sure your e-stop's not on, reset it, and then if the FANUC is in a fault mode, like if it's your first time starting it, it'll be faulted. So the first press of the green button will clear that fault, and then the second one will start the whole process up. So there's no fault right now. If I press the start button one time, it'll all start up. Green light's on, and the process is running. Now I'll show you so this will be in a fault mode. So now if I press the green button one time, nothing happens. If I press it one more time, the process will start right back up. Here's my HMI. I'm going to start off by logging in. We'll log in as janitor. Password is Jan. The only thing you can see as janitor is this machine status page. It'll tell you if conveyor 1, 2, or the FANUC is running. And then when an alarm is active, it'll pop up right here. So let's go ahead and log out. Log back in as supervisor. And you can still go to that machine status page, but it doesn't really show you. It's just the same stuff. There's better pages to see when you're a supervisor. So we'll go to the main menu. Here's just the main area, how you start and stop the machine. I thought I would keep it simple, so it's literally just whether or not the machine is running or not, and then start and stop. Just the basic controls of the machine. Now, the more advanced things is this page, the FANUC page. So you can see conveyor 1, 2. Sorry, this is going to keep popping up. I can't seem to resolve what that issue is. So you'll see if conveyor 1 or 2 is running, and then FANUC. You'll also see once the pieces pass by the sensors, it'll show whether or not it's 1 piece or 2 piece. These will be blinking, and that'll store until they get to the very end, to the last sensor. But say you want to erase that because you just cleared the conveyor, You can click reset memory, which will wipe out the memory, saying that there's nothing on the conveyor. That way it doesn't run through and it picks up the wrong item. Here's your pickup counters. This will tell you uh, how many pieces have picked up, whether they're metal pegs or both pieces together. You can reset the counters right here. So let's go back and let's start this process up. So here's a clear fault button. You click it one time, it should disappear. That clears the FANUC fault. And then once you press start again, the machine will start running. As you can see right there, the push solenoid isn't always working, so I got that in my notes to get fixed, but there's nothing I can really do about it right now. So if you come to the FANUC page, it shows the robot arm is moving, meaning the FANUC is running a program right now. I'll go ahead and speed up the robot. And as you see, the run one piece program is here and the peg is right there. That shows that in the memory, one piece program is ready to run. So it's ready to run. Gets to the end. There we go. And if we come over to the pickup counters, it shows that it's picked up 2 metal pegs. And then we got our alarms. There's only a couple alarms. That'll say if either one of the solenoids have been active for too long, because they could overheat, so you don't want that to happen. It'll shut everything down. You can come in here and clear them, and it'll pop up right over top of this, so that it'll say clear alarm before you can start it back up.